Uh, Namaskar to all, and at the outset, I thank India Today Group for inviting me here to share our, uh, yeah, our state out of India. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, and I'm here to share the experiences of wildlife management and ecotourism activities in our state. So, with this, I will start my presentation. I am going to talk about brief about the introduction of our state and what conservation measures which we are taking to preserve the rich wildlife and biodiversity heritage of our state and the ecotourism practices, and end I think what the challenges and the synergies which we have to do, so that I will cover. I think let me start my presentation, please. Yeah. So, Madhya Pradesh is actually always a pioneer in wildlife conservation. Decades of good work by all the officers, then the frontline staff and the communities. We are a leader in wildlife conservation in our country. So we have efficient PA network. We have 9 tiger reserves. The maximum tiger reserves in the country is in Madhya Pradesh, and we have 11 national parks, then 26 sanctuaries, then one conservation reserve. We also have roughly 30% of our geographical area under forest cover. So we are proudly known as the tiger state of Madhya Pradesh. We have 785 tigers as per All India Tiger Estimation 22, and we are also cheetah state, and we are also Gadial state, and we are also vulture state, we are also leopard state. So maximum wildlife in central India, and I think many of you here and many people in the world and in the country, their wish list is Madhya Pradesh to see the wildlife. So we have the best managed parks in the country. So these is the 9 tiger reserves which we have. You all know about this thing. I will not spend much time here. This is how our tiger numbers have increased over the years with respect to All India tiger numbers and our state number. This is not happened overnight. As I told, this is because of the decade of good conservation work, starting from protection, then habitat management, then streamlining our management practices, then the community involvement and the support from the public representatives, government and the district administration, and more so from the communities. That's how the population has increased over the years. So I am going to share some the salient features of the few tiger reserves of our state. The Kana Tiger Reserve, as you all know, it's a globally recognized park, one of the beautiful park and well-managed park in the country. This is the only place where you can see the swamp deer, odd-ground Barasingha. The subspecies is found only in this park, and it's one of the beautiful park, and everybody is in wish list. Kana is there. Then next is the Bandhavgarh. You know the Bandhavgarh, it's the highest tiger density in our state, and this is the place where we have good population of tigers, and we have reintroduced gaur. I want to say one thing here is that wildlife tourism grows with the sightings of wildlife and also the wilderness experience which people get. So that's why the MP is sought after for wildlife tourism in the country. So the Pench Tiger Reserve, then again this Tiger Reserve is one of the beautiful park, and it's centrally located. It has good connectivity between Kana, then Maharashtra Pench and the Satpura Tiger Reserve. Again, this is the park which is inspired the Jungle Book stories. Then we have Satpura Tiger Reserve. Again, this is one of the diversity rich park, and it's in fact a genetic corridor between Western Ghats and the Himalayas. There are a lot of species which are common between these two landscapes, Western Ghats and also Himalayas. Then we have Panna Tiger Reserve. You all know Panna Tiger Reserve was in 2009. There was no tiger locally. It was extinct, and because of good conservation practices, we have successfully revived this area, and we reintroduced tigers. And currently, we have tigers, more than 70 tigers in this tiger reserve. In the landscape, around 90 tigers. So this is another successful global model where many of the Southeast Asian countries and many tiger range countries, they visit here to study the best management practices of tiger reintroduction. Then we have Sanjay Dubri Tiger Reserve, adjoining Chhattisgarh state. Again, it's a beautiful salt forest, and it is the upcoming park. I urge everyone to take out time and to see this park also. It's one of the most beautiful park. Then we have Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. This is the largest tiger reserve in Madhya Pradesh, and this is again, we call it the savanna of central India. It's the place for ungulates, and it's the place also in future we are going to reintroduce cheetah in this landscape, and we have a very good tiger population now. Again, the tigers were introduced here, and the population is growing. Then we have Ratapani Tiger Reserve. It's near Bhopal. It's Bhopal city, near Bhopal city, and this is the place where you have World Heritage Site Bhimpetka. Then you have prisoners of war, World Heritage, not World Heritage. It's a heritage place. Then we also have very good wildlife sightings in this area. This is another important and upcoming park. Then we have a Mother Tiger Reserve. This is the youngest tiger reserve of our state. This is the ninth tiger reserve. So again we have Sakia Lake, World Heritage, this is the Ramsar site, and also we have some forts. Then it's a good place for wildlife also. Then Kuno National Park, I have to mention here, this is the park where we have conservation reintroduction of cheetah has been done. You all know now. This is the park. It's a beautiful park. It's around 785 square kilometer area, and with the buffer area, it's almost 1,700 square kilometer. This is very important landscape in the northern Madhya Pradesh area for cheetah conservation. And we have done a lot of good wildlife conservation initiatives in the entire country. So the first one I will take tiger recovery program. As I told Madhya Pradesh, we are the tiger state, and we have shown to the world and to the country that how where we lost the tigers in Panna, we successfully reintroduced, and now we have a sustainable population there. And we also did reintroduction in Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve, the Sanjay Tiger Reserve. The tiger numbers are increasing there. Behind this, there is a lot of hard work has been done. It's not just introducing tiger means you're not picking the tiger and releasing there. Before that, a lot of groundwork has to be done, starting from the village relocation, voluntary village relocation, then habitat management, then strengthening the protection mechanisms, then also involving the communities in conservation and ecotourism activities. Then cheetah project is the most famous project. This project was, this is the first ever intercontinental reintroduction of cheetahs from Africa to India. So as you all know, Honorable Prime Minister of India inaugurated this project in 22. So now we got 29 cheetahs from 3 different African countries, Botswana, Namibia and South Africa. Currently we have 52 cheetahs in India. So that's another successful program which we are doing it here. And I have a small video. If I get time, I will show you a video about the Madhya Pradesh wildlife and all. Then we are not only talking about tigers and cheetahs and the mega herbivores or the mega species. We are talking about the species which are in the also like ghadials. Then we are also talking about vultures. So our state and our Honorable Chief Minister is always inspiring us to take up the new conservation initiative in our state, apart from tiger conservation and other cheetah conservation. This is the vulture conservation. Madhya Pradesh is also vulture state. We have more than around 15,000 vultures are in Madhya Pradesh. So again, it's the indicator of the ecosystem and indicator of our forest habitats. So we have also have a vulture breeding center. We have successfully released a few of them in the wild. So this is another important thing. What we have done is the wildlife tourism grows with wildlife also. So not only conservation measures, as a part of conservation measures, we have done a mass translocation. This I want to show you a small video, 3-minute video in the end, that will be interesting for the people. So we have successfully translocated chital from one tiger reserve to other tiger. It means that from high density tiger reserve to the low density tiger reserve or protected area. Almost, you can't believe, almost 8,000 cheetal we have translocated from Pench, Kana, Bandhavgarh to different protected areas of Madhya Pradesh. And we have successfully reintroduced gaur, which was locally extinct in Bandhavgarh and Sanjay Tiger Reserve. 150 gaurs were reintroduced there, and successfully we have created the populations there. In the same way, Barasinga, the swamp deer, odd-ground Barasinga, you have only one small population in the entire world, that's in Kana Tiger Reserve. We have successfully created the second population in Satpura Tiger Reserve. Now we have more than almost 300 Barasingas in Satpura Tiger Reserve. And we also introduced in Bandhavgarh Tiger Reserve. So another important experiment which we have done is the capturing black bucks using helicopters. We invited South Africans, we collaborated with Conservation Solutions South Africa, and the last season we have translocated 847 Barasinga from agriculture fields of Western Madhya Pradesh, from Sajapur district into the protected areas like Kuno, Gandhisagar Wildlife Sanctuary, then Virangana Durgavati Tiger Reserve. And off late, this year we have reintroduced the wild buffaloes from Kaziranga to Kana. This is again the longest translocation ever happened in our country as far as our records says. So this is more than 213 kilometer distance which was covered in 3 days time. with zero casualty, with successfully done with the help of Assam Forest Department, Kaziranga team, and with Kana team. So this is another important milestone which we have done to preserve wildlife and to facilitate the movement of wildlife is that Pench Kana in the Pench Kana corridor in the Pench Tiger Reserve. We have created underpasses and overpasses of green highway, which is very excellently helping in dispersal of wild population from Pench to Kana Tiger Reserve. So this is another important activity which we have done. So in the end, I want to say just this: there is a saying. So in the end, we will conserve only what we love, and we love only what we understand, and we will understand what we are taught. So we only understand, we will appreciate when we see the animals. When we only appreciate when you have the love for the animals and all. So this is the ecotourism practices which we are doing. We are doing ecotourism in the tiger reserves, the core areas and the buffer areas. I will talk about later. Then we do tourism in the wildlife sanctuaries and national parks. Madhya Pradesh is blessed with national parks and sanctuaries. Then we have notified some of the forest areas as a wildlife experience and recreational areas, and some of the natural forests and water bodies and rivers. So again, our theme of our ecotourism is a community-driven ecotourism. It's almost all managed by community. That's the hallmark of Madhya Pradesh ecotourism practices. So we have a dedicated online portal, so anybody can go and can book the tickets for any tiger reserve across the India or in the globe. Then we have experiences like jeep safaris. Madhya Pradesh is famous for jeep safaris. You visit any Kana, Bandhavgarh, Pench, Panna, all parks are excellent parks. Then there are walks in the buffer areas. Then there is a boating in many water bodies like in Satpura, then in Pench and other parks. Then we have some very good heritage sites inside the park. These are there, and also Madhya Pradesh we are promoting tourism in the buffer areas. As I told, there is a tourism, there is a carrying capacity, there are some regulations. So you have to diversify your tourism activities. You cannot focus only tourism in the core areas or the national park areas. So we are promoting tourism outside the core areas also. So these are all the experiences which you get in the forest areas. We have tourism facilities, nice tourism facilities who visit our parks. Then we have all the dedicated entry gates, then the counters, then the washroom facilities. Then capacity building is another important thing, which it's the experience the tourist when they come here has to have a good experience inside the forest areas to ensure that we do a lot of capacity building training not only to our staff, to the drivers, to the guides, and to the local community members, and also to the staff. That is very, very important. We are doing these trainings. So this is what here I just wanted to say. This is the tourism gate receipt which we get through the ecotourism activities in Madhya Pradesh. It's roughly now around 90 crore receipt which we are getting. The most importantly, what we get is only the entry fee which we get. The rest all the ecotourism money which goes to the local communities, be it a driver, the vehicle owner, then the guides, then all the tourism industry. That money is not taken into account. And another important thing what we have is that we have already involved almost 11,000 local guides and 1100 and 1200 guides and drivers. The important part is out of 90 crore income which we get, 33% we give it back to the eco development committees. So that's the community driven ecotourism. So they use that money for their development and all. So roughly, and the rest of the money which plowed back for conservation activities. Entire amount as per the government order, it plows back to our conservation activities and given back to the communities. That's the important aspect of Madhya Pradesh tourism model. So the ecotourism regulations, yes, ecotourism has to be regulated. I want to say ecotourism and tourism, there is a lot of the difference. There is always confusion also between tourism and ecotourism. In ecotourism, there has to be respect to the local communities. It should be sustainable, and the income and the benefits which you are getting should plow back to the communities. So this is, and there is a carrying capacity. As per NTCA, you cannot allow more vehicles. The 20% of our core area is only permitted for tourism. There also the vehicle movement, the vehicle numbers, the routes, everything is fixed. Otherwise, you will not have the wilderness experience when we go to the tiger reserve. This is completely different from mass tourism areas. Mass tourism is complete, and this wildlife tourism is a different one. So we have to respect the rules, regulations and all. So we have registered all the guides and drivers so to ensure the smooth wilderness experience when the tourists go inside the park. Then we have a safari monitoring systems, Bahira app, which monitors the vehicle movement inside the park area. Then the continuous training, that's the one of the important thing which we have to do. Then there are many committees which they monitor the tourism activity, tourism rules and regulations in the park. So the challenges, as I told, there is always a confusion between mass tourism and ecotourism. So here, in ecotourism, actually it leverages towards the conservation, biodiversity, and the local communities. And there has to be respect to the nature and respect to the local communities, their culture, and the income should be plowed back to the communities. And this is not a place, wildlife places are not a competing destinations. Like now mass tourism sites, people compete with one state to other state, one destination to other state. Here, it is the carrying capacity. It is the wilderness is the center stage of our ecotourism practices. So that is important. It's not a competing destination. Then our tourism activities, it has got impact on the circadian rhythm and also the habituation problems for the wildlife and all. So we have to regulate all these things. And sustainable infrastructure is another important thing which we have to do. Then the garbage disposal. When you go to the forest, because these places they don't have much facilities to treat and dispose the waste. So our policy is zero garbage inside the tiger reserve. So any visitor who are going inside, he has to take back the garbage and put it in the respective resort or hotel or in the homestay. So then it will be sent to the processing centers. So that's another important thing. Then the corridor connectivity is one important aspect which we have to see in the ecotourism aspect. Infrastructure, yes, infrastructure is one thing which put a lot of pressure on our natural resources, be it a road or hotel or resorts and all. But again here the fundamental principle is that sustainability. Everything has to be sustainable, then only the wildlife experiences will be good in the future. So our strategy is that always in wildlife conservation, in the wildlife tourism, the wildlife conservation is our main objective and the tourism is the byproduct, but it's very important also, and it's a community driven. As I told, it's employment generation to the local communities. Support for the community is very important. Then it also gives additional resources for investing in our conservation activities through the whatever receipt which we get from ecotourism. And this is also gender equity. We promote a lot of women drivers, women guides, and the women in tourism industry in the wildlife areas. So it's a low impact activity which has to be done. So in the end, I will conclude saying that Madhya Pradesh is a state where the conservation is protecting wildlife and responsible tourism creates wildlife, and the communities provide a foundation for long-term sustainable ecotourism practices. The future wildlife conservation lies not only in protecting the forest but also ensuring the actually benefits to the local communities, and ecotourism needs to be posted as a consumptive gain to the local communities. And it's a great nature-based solution for the local communities. So with this, I thank India Today for giving me this opportunity. And Madhya Pradesh is one of the best states to see wildlife. I invite all of you to Madhya Pradesh and explore and experience wildlife in our state, in all the tiger reserves and all our national park sanctuaries and other forest areas. Thank you.
Can we please play this 3-minute video?
Translocation of ungulates and other animals we do.
helicopters being driven out in the north. So non-invasive concept there being other such animals.
So this has been done by our veterinary team and the forest department, well-trained staff with local communities. You can see nowhere we touch the animals except the capturing gore and we put it in the vehicle. So we have successfully doing in Madhya Pradesh with almost zero casualty. That is our hallmark of our translocation. Thank you.